Day 3, I'm going thematic, baby.
Yeah.
There's naked women out here.
What?
Nothing.
That's an answer.
Yes, it is.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the film. It's hilarious and chaotic in the best way. Was there a day on set that you think captured that vibe of the film the most, in that it was just the most fun, chaotic scene to film?
Probably there's a big oneer in this that's about 5 minutes long that introduces pretty much most of the characters in the scene. And it was such a testament to Jason's directing style, where he had planned everything out beforehand and knew where everyone was gonna go, choreographed the whole thing.
All of these moving parts had to work perfectly. One mistake, you gotta start over.
We had a few of those moments where there was one mistake and I couldn't control myself. I'd laugh at that person.
I wasn't in that shot.
Same.
Yeah, so I guess it kind of encapsulated the spirit of it.
I think a shot that we were encapsulated the
I don't
spirit.
know. I haven't any of the
I think
scenes
me and
with
Rachel's
Dylan.
scene where we're just talking quietly under the rafters encapsulated
That's
the
huge.
chaos.
I think that makes sense. That makes better sense. Forget my answer.
Any take where there was everyone involved in a lot of motion, I think for sure. I'm jealous I wasn't in the oneer, obviously, but maybe I'll be in another oneer one day with time in the sequel.
There's a wonderful sequence in the movie where Lorne's kid nephew gets high and then subsequently locks himself in a bathroom or something.
Played beautifully by Andrew Barth Feldman.
Sweet, sweet baby angel. And all of the not ready for primetime players are there knocking at the door. And Jason was like, guys, you can say whatever you want. Like, just get him out of that room, however you can do it, be your most convincing. And Emily Fenn is like, Neil, it's your mother! And Kim is like outside going, there's naked women out here.
I think it was such a movie about like teamwork. It was a movie where because you know what I mean? Like it's like you're having your part in the take, but it's not just all about you, it's about everyone, but also you have to be there for everyone because it's like, okay, Gabe is nailing his walk. The llama nailed its entrance. Dylan came in, was funny, and then you're and then you have your part, and you're like, I don't want to drop the ball for the rest of the team.
You going thematic?
I'm going thematic. Day 3, I'm going thematic, baby.
Yeah. No,
I'm going broad strokes.
And I have to say, the casting in this movie is incredible. Was there anyone that when you saw them in full costume, you were like, oh my God, you look so much like who you're playing?
So many, it's crazy. I particularly love Nicholas Braun as Jim Henson.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That was like a really cool transformation.
I have to say, seeing you in Chevy's pink collar
Oh.
and the blue jeans.
For the end, that final.
When you step out and say the iconic line that shall not be said.
Yeah, Danny Glicker was our costume designer, and he just like nailed these looks.
There's a shot in the movie where Eric Steelberg, our DP, lights it in just a way that gets his like the cleft in his chin, and I'm just like, what the is happening?
And
right
they
now?
CGI'd that chin, which is incredible.
Yeah.
There were times where Danny would be putting me in like a pair of bell bottoms, or we'd be like getting on suspenders mid-fitting, and he'd be telling me some anecdote about Gilda Radner and Martin Short or Gene Wilder, and I'd be like, this man knows more about these people than I do. Like, can we please pause the fitting so I can take notes? The detail is just like crazy.
And have you guys ever actually been to an SNL show, or is there one that you're like, I wish I'd been in the audience for that?
We got to go as a cast to an episode just a couple weeks before we started shooting that Josh Brolin presented.
Yeah, Josh Brolin and Ariana Grande.
So good. Amazing.
I mean, I love Josh Brolin, but also
Ari.
It was like
Ari.
Aria just dropped her new album, and that was pretty cool.
Ari and Bowen Yang.
Yeah, doing their
Moulin Rouge
Moulin
together.
Rouge segment.
Amazing.
There was a cast trip that I wasn't on, but I'm like, the theme is like, I'm like,
Wasn't invited.
Rachel's not actually in this movie at all. She's just here.
I just wanted to put on
You can't
glam
see it,
and
everything,
hang out
Rachel.
with everybody. Were you there for that? No, you went to
No,
different
I
one.
wasn't because Garrett
This
wouldn't
is
have been
another
there.
Garrett.
Garrett wouldn't have been there during that time either. Garrett don't like SNL like that. No, I was filming something. I don't think I was available.
Too cool.
So busy.
No, but
Emmy nominee Lamorne Morris is too busy.
But I'd gone to a taping years ago when Zooey Deschanel hosted, and so her new girl castmates came to support her, and so I was blown away by just how, like you talked about this, how small the stage is, you know, how small it is, but how electric it is.
Yeah.
From the moment you walk in those doors, even if you're not performing, you get nervous because it's so iconic. You're like, oh, this is it. This is
you
the
do
biggest
feel
show.
you feel the liveness of it, which you know, it's like I'm from the theater, so I'm sort of like used to that feeling, but it's really strange when you're thinking live television. That's a whole other level because you're like, yeah. You mess up in a room, you bomb on a comedy stage, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's embarrassing. And then you put that live on national television. It's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah,
You know?
it's gonna be there forever.
Yeah.
And I think one of the amazing things about SNL is all the kind of worlds and characters you can dip in and out of in these sketches. So if you were to star in a sketch of any movie or TV show that you really love, what would you want it to be?
Great question.
Training Day.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Brr.
I guess that pitch got rejected.
Oh yeah, if Training Day was a skit, oh my gosh, that would be great. That would be great. You say, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. And all of a sudden a gorilla shows up and King Kong's like, oh really, bitch? And then King Kong and then Denzel get into a fight. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that. I want to see how that goes down.
I'm not sure if I'm getting the question right, but I love Gossip Girl and I always wanted to be on Gossip Girl growing up. So if I could be like on Gossip Girl parody, that could be fun. What?
Nothing.
That's an answer.
Yes, it is.
I am truly obsessed with every single Nora Ephron rom-com. I know this like really girlifies me, but just anything rom-com related, from like When Harry Met Sally to
Adorable.
You've Got Mail or
That's a good world
Sleepless
for
in
you.
Seattle. Yeah, I'm like, please, God, I want this for me.
I've been working on an impression of Tom Hardy from Legend.
He really has. He's done it to me. It's not quite there yet.
It's not quite
Save
there.
it, save
We're not ready
it.
to show it.
I think I'll save it. I think I need to make sure that it's perfect before I unleash it out into the world, because that'll be a beast amongst itself.
And if you were to make like a comedy gang that would be on SNL, who is one previous co-star that you were like, they'd have to be in it, they'd have to be involved?
I've been saying you guys throughout this junket, but I think Andrew Barth Feldman would be really funny on SNL. He was someone who could make funny out of anything. Like, he could walk into a room and say one line, and he like brought so many ideas, and I think made me laugh the most for doing like minuscule things. He's like a comedic genius.
I would say Marshawn Lynch. He is so funny and he's maybe one of the best improvisers I've ever seen. And I will say if I was doing SNL with him, I would break, because just doing scenes with him, I broke like every time. But I think he would be amazing.
I'd go Marshawn. He and I did, together.
Yeah, totally. You did that play.
Yeah, we were on
Shakespeare
stage
play.
together.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So not a lot of people know we
It
worked
was a
together.
really
but
brilliant off-Broadway production.
It was
of
just
Little
me
Shop
and
of
him.
Horrors.
Yeah.
It's me and Marshawn.
Just in a living room somewhere.
Yeah.
It was off.
Doing a lot of
Broadway.
prop work, but it was really deep.
I heard Carrot Top wrote it.
What?
Prop work.
Oh, okay.
Wow, Rachel. Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank
You didn't get it. You're the problem.
Yeah, it's me.
I feel like you need to see this movie with a giant audience in a big cinema. What was the last movie that you guys saw in the cinema that you really loved?
Deadpool.
Yep.
I saw Deadpool in the cinema. I loved it. Like loved it. It's one of my favorite superhero movies. I mean, the cameos in this movie, when Wesley Snipes showed up, I just thought, oh my God, Channing Tatum with his terrible New Orleans accent. I was like, damn, this movie is great.
I went to see In the Mood for Love for the first time at IFC recently.
Oh.
Beautiful movie. I've just been getting into going to IFC and Metrograph and seeing movies I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And that, I think it was just recently re-released.
I really loved this film called Good One. That was amazing. I just stumbled upon that in the theater. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I really loved Sing Sing too, and Skincare with Elizabeth Banks.
We saw Challengers during the filming of the movie.
Oh my God.
I was dying. I was literally like screaming the whole movie.
Would have watched it immediately again.
It was so good. I was like, I couldn't even handle it.
I think Deadpool and Wolverine was an astonishing film, and like a great film to see in theaters. And I think our film is a movie to see in theaters because this movie is so cacophonous. You have people coming in and out of frame. Jason has choreographed this thing so beautifully. It feels experiential when you see it. You know, it's like that sort of like frenetic anxiety that you experience. Yeah. I just think to like be in a theater, seeing that, feeling that, and also being able to laugh with a large group of people, there are a few things better than that.
And to be able to come out and be like, that person, oh my God, and Billy Crystal, and John Belushi, and was that J.K. Simmons? Yeah. Like, was that his
penis?
Yeah, also there are some movies, that like take you on a ride and then set you back down on the ground. This movie is something that like, it kind of kicks you off at the end and like you like want to leave the theater and do something. Yeah. So like go to the theater and then go out. That's the vibe of this movie.